Hello friends, this is Triven Kumar. I am working as a physics lecturer in Vignan Cooperative Junior College. Today I would like to start a new lesson, System of Particles and Rotational Motion. Before we going to start a lesson, we can discuss about some terms, rigid body, what is translatory motion, what is meant by rotatory motion, and what is rolling motion. First of all, rigid body. It is an object having definite, perfectly unchanged shape, and between any pair of the particles of the object having fixed distance between them, then those object is said to be a rigid body. Rigid body means an object having definite unchanged shape and between any pair of particles if the distance is unchanged, then it is said to be a rigid body. And the next one is translatory motion. If an object is said to be in translatory motion, at any instant of time, all the particles of the object having same velocity. Simply, the definition is, if an object is said to be in translatory motion, at any instant of time, all the particles having same velocity then those object is said to be in translatory motion. And the example is, let us consider there is a smooth inclined plane like this, and a block is at the top of a smooth inclined plane, and this block containing the particles like one is x1 and another one is some x2. Due to its smoothness of the inclined plane, this block easily slides down. This block easily slides down. When the block is slides down, those two particles x1 and x2 having same velocities, then the block is said to be in translatory motion. And the next one is rotatory motion. Rotatory motion means the object having fixed axis of rotation. To that axis of rotation, all the particles lying on the plane of the object are perpendicular to that axis of rotation, and all the particles having same angular velocity, then the object is said to be in rotatory motion. Here, object having fixed axis of rotation and all the particles lying on the plane of the object are perpendicular to axis of rotation and having all the particles having same angular velocity, then the object is said to be in rotatory motion. The example of the rotatory motion is, let us consider, assume that this is a fan, this is a ceiling fan like this, and these are the blades of a fan, okay, and this is the axis of rotation. This is the fixed axis of rotation, okay. These are the blades of a fan. When we switch on the fan, the blades perform rotatory motion, okay. And the next one is rolling motion. Rolling motion means the combined motion of translatory and rotatory motion is nothing but rolling motion. Simply, it is the combination of both translatory and rotatory motions. Okay. Now here there is a surface. On this surface there is a wheel initially rotating on this surface, and this is the translatory motion. By combining of the rotatory and translatory, this is called rolling motion. Once again, this is the rotatory motion and this is the translatory motion. Combining of those two, this is called rolling motion. Okay. Now, center of mass. What is a center of mass? Center of mass of a body or a system is a point at which whole mass of the body system is concentrated. Due to this center of mass, we can describe the characteristics of motion of a body or a system. Okay, center of mass it can be defined as center of mass of a body or a system is a point at which whole mass of a body or a system is concentrated by using this we can describe the motion characteristics of the object or system. Okay, let us consider there is a horizontal surface like this. On this horizontal surface, a ring is rolling This is the top position of the ring A, and this is the bottom position of the ring B, and this is the center position of the ring C. Okay, and this ring rolls over this horizontal surface. For quarter revolution, the positions of the ring are became as here the ring rolls on the surface in clockwise direction. Okay, for quarter revolution, the positions are changed as this is the position A, and this is the position B, and this is the position C. For quarter revolution, the positions are became as like, and for the half revolution, the positions are became as this is the position A of the ring, and this is the position B, and this is the position C. And for the full revolution, the initial positions are became again, and for the full revolution, this is the position A, and this is the position B, and this is the position C. Here once again there is a smooth horizontal surface. A ring is rolls over that horizontal surface, and initially we assume that A is the top position of the ring and B is the bottom position of the ring and C is at its center. Now for quarter revolution, the positions are became as like, and for half revolution, the positions are changed like this, and for the full revolutions, the positions are became as like the initial position. Okay, here the position A follows the cycloid path as like this. Initial position of the A is this. For quarter revolution, the position became as like, and for half revolution, the position became as like this, and for the full revolution, the position became as like this. And position B, initially for quarter revolution, the position B is there, and for half revolution and for the full revolution. Here both A and B follows the cycloid path, but the position at the center of the ring follows the linear path only. Okay, here the position C, which follows only the linear path, whereas the positions A and B follows the cycloid paths. Okay, now this particle C follows the only translatory motion, whereas the particles A and particles B follows the translational and rotational motion. It means the particle which is at center of an object, it only follows the translatory path. It only follows as like translatory motion due to its linear path. Okay, let us consider there is an eagle toy. A person holds that eagle toy on his finger. While rotating that eagle toy, the entire body of the toy is in rotating, but its mouth part is staying at there. Why? Because of there is center of mass is at the mouth part of the toy. Due to this, at its center of mass, the entire body of the toy is balanced at there, and while rotating the toy, the entire body of the toy is rotating, but its mouth part is only staying at there. Okay. Position of center of mass of symmetrical bodies of uniform mass distribution. Here on the screen, there are the symmetrical objects: ring, disc, triangle, cone, square, and the rectangle. Okay, for these objects, the position of the center of mass is, in case of the ring and in case of the disc, as well as in case of sphere also, the center of mass is at the center of those objects. Let us consider this is a sphere. Okay, in case of the sphere and ring and disc, center of mass is at their centers. At their centers. Okay, and in case of the triangle, the position of the center of mass is at the centroid. Okay, at the centroid, triangle having center of mass. Okay, and in case of the cone, let us consider this is the height of the cone having the height h, then the center of mass position is at a height of 3h by 4 on its axis from apex. Okay, in case of the cone, let us consider this is the height of the cone. Okay, for this height, the center of mass position is on the axis at a height of 3h by 4 from its apex. And in case of the squares and rectangles, the center of mass position is point of intersection of the diagonals. This is the point of intersection of the diagonal in case of the square, and this is the point of intersection in the rectangle. And this is the point of intersection of the rectangle. Okay, for the square and rectangle, the position of the center of mass is point of intersection of diagonals. Okay, similarly, in case of the cylinder, let us consider this is a cylinder, and this is the axis of the cylinder. At the midpoint of the axis, cylinder having the center of mass at the midpoint of axis. Okay, these are the locations of the center of mass for the symmetrical shaped objects having uniform mass distribution. Okay,